Tai sveiki. Ir kai jau mane pristatė, galiu pasakyti, kad esu tas galbūt geras pavyzdys. Sorry, I started to speak yes.
That was one of the four different...
German.
Yeah.
After German, I switched to Lithuanian. Now I'm switching to English. Good that not Spanish or Russian or any other language. Great. So I'm that example that reskilling and upskilling works, and I am going to talk about the subject not only from theoretical side, but also I'm living through that, and I'm usually reskilling and upskilling myself. My first job, by the way, was a German teacher. And then suddenly I became math teacher. I was teaching in international school English, and then I remember that. I was like, oh my God, I was always bad at math. And then I switched to your profession. I have been working 15 years in IT companies as PMO and also as human resources, and now I'm psychotherapist. So this is about reskilling and upskilling, and I put 2 words on the presentation, but for me, it sounds like learning psychology. So I would like to introduce one framework, one tool for you to use already today. As I know you, how do you work? And I always know that IT people, project managers and PMOs always like to have some frameworks and tools. You will have it, and you will be able to use it also after the conference. But first of all, I'm inviting you to remember now your school. And remember this subject, any subject you liked, you were inspired, and you're really very, very good at it. Why it was so? Was it because you were applying some memory techniques? Was it because you were very fast reader? Or did you know how the brain works and you were enjoying it while putting all the techniques together and studying? Of course not. So most of the subjects you remember, there were some other different factors or motives why you were involved. Maybe you were inspired by the teacher, maybe you had a classmate who was sitting next to you and you have chosen that subject, or maybe you had the vision what you would like to become and that subject was very interesting for you. So learning, it's much more complex process. It's not only memory, it's not only the brain, it's not only the golden pill you can use, or magic pill you can use in your work and apply all the skills you need for your future work. You as project managers, of course you want your people learning quickly, and you also want to have a magic pill and, I don't know, to acquire, to get all the skills at once. But that's, unfortunately, it's not possible. And current trends are in learning and development in the companies. You know that very good for sure. So today we are talking about artificial intelligence and robots. And of course, I'm very, very happy that all the AI tools are coming and we are using it, because we say we will have more time to develop soft skills. We will have more time, let's hope, to have more free time and to practice something new and to have new hobbies. And another trend is that nowadays we want to learn quick, short, but be very efficient. And of course, we talk about personalized learning and training. So I will be focusing only on personalized training and how we can be more efficient in this field, which is quite big. I mean, we all are experts in learning, but to be honest, we have also many, many myths in this field. One of the myths, some of the myths I can introduce you now. For example, you know it, we need 10,000 hours to learn something new. To be an expert. That's not true. These 10,000 hours are just like this. It's very popular nowadays. But if you believe in this myth and it helps you, keep it. Another myth is like about learning styles, that we all have different learning styles and we need to be we need to apply in trainings and at work all of that, but that's also not true. Like research has not proved that we have different learning styles. And another new thing, I was in a conference in June in Belfast, And we were told by Dan Siegel, for example, that we know that we have 3 types of brain, and in the stress we are reacting very like reptilian brain is reacting. He said, stop thinking like that. There is no only reptilian brain reacting. We react as a whole person to everything. So these are only 3 myths because we like at conferences, we like at work that the life is more simplified and the training is more simplified, and we believe in that myths. But as I told you, if you believe in that myths, just use it. Perfect if it helps you to retrain and to further to develop. And I would like to introduce you a holistic approach, which is fitting to everyone. There is no one rule how it is better to learn or to study. We are all different. We have different nervous system. We have different brain. We have different experience from the past. So we are learning differently. And this holistic approach is about that everything what is in our life, everything what is present in the human life is important. And holistic, it means to be whole. It means to be present here as I am, not only my head, not only my brain, but I am also having emotions, I have social life, I have beliefs, everything is in, then we are studying, learning, or acquiring new skills. And you see now on the presentation, you see this is a psychotherapist drawing a pentagram, yeah, like pentagram, draw, and you see the 5 main fields which we should focus on, then we are studying and learning, not only the brain. So there is one is leg, one leg is like body, then we have emotions, when we have the head, then we have social life, relationships, and beliefs. So it's really very interesting to see this pentagram, how it works in your daily life. How can we use it as project managers and people who are working in IT field? Look, you can take 5 parts and see how it works in your life, in your organization. Then you are working in different kind of projects and you need to learn something more efficient and quickly. All 5 parts should be covered that you are studying or learning something. And that's, of course, body, that's emotions, that head, social, relationships, and beliefs. Let's see how it works practically. Let's take one sheet. It's, for example, body. And these are on the slides, you see only recommendations. What could be recommended to do for you, like for a quarter or half a year or 1 year, you would like to acquire, you would like more to focus on. For example, you take 1, 2, or 3 things and you use it every day or at least once a week to be more present in the body, because then we are present, then we are feeling much more healthy, then we are feeling physically okay. Of course, we are able more and quick to learn. And here are only 3 examples. You can use any of yours. By the way, then you will be doing your chart. Don't put how you are. Put what would you like to learn. It can be 1 thing, it can be 2, it can be not more than 5, and you can always review it. So here you see an example that, for example, the second one, why it's like eat salmon and avocado. It's very simple. People usually, maybe you know Jim Quick, who is very good in teaching about memory techniques. He is also looking at it holistically and says, if people are eating more avocado and salmon, you get more omega-3 and your memory is much more better. And how to use emotions, you can also, you know that if we are learning something through the emotions, then we are visualizing and feeling that how you will be and you feel a joy, how you will be then you acquire a new skill. It also helps you to learn much more quicker. Joe Dispenza is talking about these methods. And by the way, number 3, you see I have it, don't avoid painful emotions. And currently is a trend that we are learning with humor, with positivity, that's fine. But then we are doing it too much, we forget that we are also learning through the painful memory, through the painful events. I have been doing business trainings, for example, for 5 years, and I had many good trainings. I don't remember them anymore. And I had only 2 very difficult trainings. I still remember all the smallest details. Of course, I was suffering, but I've learned the most. And brain, of course, I think you know this the best, because we are more like memory and brain oriented. So here you have also some ideas what you could do. I will just very shortly to mention maybe number 3 or number 4. It's very interesting for you, but you can also chat in ChatGPT and ask about it. It will be explained very good too. But for example, number 3, today you can use it. It's like FDR technique. It's very simple one. Maybe someone is using it. So then you see a new person in the conference. You ask the name. You imagine the name with letters on that person's forehead. And that was the former American president was doing it. And it was very useful and efficient. You can try it today and see if it works. By the way, it doesn't have to work everything for you. If this technique doesn't work for you, it doesn't help, you can practice a little bit and you just can cross it out and you can put another technique. So relationships, of course, relationships, you know that also very good, that they are also supporting us in learning. And for example, if you are working in a toxic culture organization, you think that you are not changing, but I know you are changing. So other people are also influencing us. And if you are working in a company where there are many people who are very keen to study, focused on learning and etc., of course you are also learning that together. So relationships is also very, very important, and feedback is number 1 we should do in the companies. And another one, beliefs. It's a very interesting topic. I could talk about it maybe 3 or 4 days, because we usually think that they are not so important. What about belief? It's like, it's boring, it's not so interesting, but actually a lot of behavior we have, it's based on our unconscious beliefs. So number 4, you see there is an advice, make a list of your beliefs, what kind of beliefs you have, then you study, learn new skills, or want to acquire something new. So we really have too many beliefs, because you know that most of the character is formed until 10, 15 years old. And I'm really still surprised how many things we are learning until 10, 15, and we think that it works, that it's reality, but it's not always. So it's always very good to test our beliefs, which we acquired when we were 5, 6, or 10 years old. It's really very good to review these beliefs nowadays. So these are the things you can do it. You can do it at your work. And as I told you, these are the 5 parts, and you can use this framework with your colleagues. You can have it in one-to-one. You can review it in quarterly. You can review it half a year. You can do it once a year. And then you can use this holistic approach to training and learning. And this thing, it can be done not only face-to-face in one-to-one meetings, you can also do it in your teams. You can gather with the team, and then you share your ideas, what you do. You can learn from each other. And of course, as I told you, as we are different, we cannot, sometimes we can apply something, any new technique, it doesn't work, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't fit for you. Maybe you need to practice a little bit more, and maybe then it will work. If not, then just cross it out. So it's really very good to make this knowledge and practice sharing with each other. And now I see my time is a little bit going away, and I would like now to stand you up. Stand, please, not to sleep. And I will try now to help you to memorize all these 5 parts. Remember, do you know Vitruvius man from Leonardo da Vinci, a man who is standing like that? So you can stand like this, or you can stand like this, But please remember, the left the left leg is body, the right is beliefs, and you're standing very, very grounded on the floor. So this is your basic. This is your basic for the learning. And then where is the heart? These are emotions. And the right is social, relationships. And head is on the top. And now also you can feel, you can close your eyes and try to get your feeling. How do you feel right now when you are doing this exercise? How do you feel while listening to this presentation? Maybe you feel relaxed, maybe you are happy, inspired, or maybe you feel like, oh my God, what's a bullshit? I'm angry with her. So feel the feeling what you have. There are no negative or positive feelings. They are all good. Please, just go into that. Try to go around again. Do you remember the body, beliefs, emotions, relationships, and the head? Yes? Okay. So, thank you. Thank you very much. And I hope it will be useful and you're going to use it at your work.
Thank you so much for one more training today. And I love the word grounded.
Yes.
Because it has several meanings, actually, because you can be very good anchored on the floor, or you could be grounded for something bad, right?
Yeah, but usually nowadays then we have very uncertain world, and then we have so many changes. Grounding is really one of the main keys. Yeah. It's not only for learning. All this, what we did, it's also very good for our daily life.
Yeah, it's Edita, you're still alive, I hope, because when you start speaking Lithuanian, she had a heart attack.
It's your fault.
Yeah,
you started to speak German.
No, I just talked about foreign languages, like Vamos to the bridge 2024, it is Jēga, and das ist wunderbar.
And I'm very tired or stressed, and of course the beginning of presentation is stressed. I can mix the languages, so that's really very interesting. I speak 4 languages, but there are also 3 languages which are passive, so in total it's 7.
Oh my God, you deserve a round of applause. Questions to you, dear Brigita. Thanks for such a useful practical tips. Which part of the number 5 you would recommend focusing on the most time-wise?
You mean about beliefs? One of the things I said...
One of 5.
Which was what? Yeah. All 5.
All 5.
All 5. It's a holistic approach. Okay. I mean, it's not like head is more important or beliefs are the most important, not the body is the most important, all 5, but there is one recommendation. If you can't focus on all 5, it's really recommended to focus on 2 legs. As we were talking about grounding, body and belief, or meaning of life, or where do I go. So these 2 are the most important, and then goes the rest. But all 5, as this is a holistic approach, all 5 are important.
I'm working now on my brain. Okay, do you, as the psychologist, notice more worries from people that they might lose jobs because of AI? Again, this is the doomsday question, and I can hear that question in every conference.
Yeah, it's everywhere. So, for example, some people are the last 2 weeks before joining your conference, I started to use therapist AI. I was like talking every day and blah, blah, blah. And some people are asking me, Anna, are you not afraid to lose your job? And I say, no, never. Because human skills, atmosphere, and what we are connecting together, it will never change.
We heard many times AI is just an enabler, and that's it. What would be your advice for every leader to encourage people's reskilling need instead of seeing reskilling as a fear? For example, how to deal with phrases like, I cannot do it, I'm too old, I'm not able, and etc.
Yeah, this is a part about beliefs, and there are so many strategies how to change it. So one of them, it's usually then I have clients, patients in my practice, they say, I can't do it, I'm already 30 years old, I'm too old. Some people are saying
30 years old. 30.
One woman was 25 and she said, I'm too old to split with my boyfriend. So it's really just in our heads. It's really just in our heads. So we really need to review our beliefs. Where did it come from? How did I know about it? Because I see so many people who are 60, 70 and they are still doing crazy things and they are happy because they don't have this box closed on their head.
They should focus on their brains.
Yes, yes,
I think so.
Of
yeah,
course too.
Absolutely. And I'm doing that.
I see.
But I'm not too old.
No, you are
Yeah.
not. You can do many things. And I'm almost 50 and I said so many professions and I'm still thinking about one more profession I have never done before.
Lucky you.
Yes.
Once more, round of applause. Thank you so much for interesting presentation, and thank you very much indeed for your answers.